So welcome back to this channel, and if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to it. How you've already seen our in-depth video review of the new 2023 Kia Seltos, the updated Kia Seltos, and I'm sure you have enjoyed that video. We had everything in it, features and all the comfort and everything explained, so we'll not go into all those details today. Today we are driving the diesel version of the car. Yes, we've got the diesel now, 1.5 diesel. Now let me give out the stats to you. It's a very impressive power output, 115 bhp and 250 Nm of torque. And today with us is the 6-speed iMT. Now what is an iMT? It's the international manual transmission. No, it's not iMT for international. It's intelligent manual transmission. And what basically it means is that this car, you can change gears without having to press the clutch, because there is no clutch. They've removed the clutch. So that's something which you can call the best of both worlds, because some people, when they drive cars, they want that feeling of control over the gears which you get on a manual, but they don't want the pain and the hassle of continuously using their left leg, because at the end of the day they feel very tired. So this car really is the best of both worlds in that sense, and a lot of people do enjoy driving the iMT technology more so than they prefer the AMT, automated manual transmissions. They prefer the iMT options on the cars. So this is the iMT, this is the diesel. Now as I said, it is quite an impressive engine in terms of the refinement. Yes, this is an engine which will truly make you feel very happy, make you feel very satisfied with your choice, because not only is it fuel efficient, we're getting figures in excess of 16 kpl on a brand new car. It's only done about 500-600 kilometers on the odo, and we're getting figures in excess of 15-16 kpl. We've been driving in a mixed environment. We drove initially in the city and then on the highway, so these are good figures, genuinely impressive figures, and I'm sure once it goes into servicing and stuff like that, this figure will become impressive by another 15 or 20%. So that's quite good. What's also good, as I said, is the refinement. Well, so what is Budmo? Well, I'm sure by now all of you are aware that Budmo are the online expert when it comes to spare parts. And the best point is that they have the spare parts for all vehicles available in India. So even if your car is out of production now, maybe you have a large generation model, even then they have the spare part available. They have the entire catalog. And the best point is that they have the same spare part from a host of different component makers, which gives you great flexibility in the pricing overall. So check them out today. Check out the app. It's available both for iOS as well as Android devices. And also check out the website for the latest schemes as well as offers. Now, how is this engine in terms of responsiveness? Now, if you are looking for a diesel, you all know that diesel engines suffer from a little bit of turbo lag. They are a little hesitant initially, and it's no different with this one. Around 1500-1600 RPM is not really the most responsive, but once you go beyond that figure, it just loves to fly. The mid-range is really very creamy, and all the way up to about 4000 RPM, it really delivers a lot of power. It's also very silent till about 3500 RPM. It's only towards the second part of its rev band, around 3,500-4,000 RPM, 4,500 RPM, where it tends to be a little loud. But to be honest, genuine middle class people who drive their cars never push their cars beyond 2,500 RPM maximum. If they're accelerating someone, they might push it to 3,000, but they never push it beyond that. So to be honest, it's quite okay if it becomes a little loud after 4,000 RPM, because that's probably an area where you're never going to go in your entire life. So that is about the refinement, that is about the performance. How is the gearbox? Well, so there you heard the car told me to shift down a gear, because I completely forgot that I'm driving an iMT and not a complete CVT or torque converter gearbox like I was driving in the morning, the 6-speed, so 7-speed rather, automatic. So what is the benefit of having a 6th gear? Well, I'll tell you what the benefit is. When you're driving on the highway like we are, if you're doing speed say in excess of 100 kph, maybe on the highway doing 100 or 110, then if you do engage the 6th gear, what happens is that the engine becomes very flexible. The revs, they reduce, they drop down, and the noise levels that I was talking about earlier, the noise levels, less noise filters into the cabin. So that is one big benefit of having an extra gear, having 6-speed gearbox compared to a 5-speed unit, and that's something which a lot of customers will enjoy who drive a lot out there on the highway. This really is a good car for the highway because the suspension is slightly on the stiffer side, but it feels rock solid, feels really reassuring, and it feels a lot more stable than your last girlfriend ever did. So that's something which you will really enjoy in this car, that it just feels completely effortless, completely, brilliant on the highway, and just when you drive this car and you push it in corners, you get a sense of control, because the steering wheel also gives you good feedback. Now on the diesel, you don't get the sports modes that we got on the 7-speed DC that we drove in the morning. You don't get that, you don't get the sports mode, and you also still don't get that heads-up display which you only get on the X-Line now. So that's something which is still missing on this car. You of course do get a lot of other features. ADAS is missing on this car, on this top of the line version that we're driving with the iMT. We did have it on our car which we were driving earlier. So if you want to check out the ADAS features and the stuff like that, you can check it out in the comments box below. We'll put a description over there. But what you will enjoy is the Bose sound system, which is brilliant. Of course, the panoramic sunroof, and the difference on this diesel with this beige or brown fabric, and of course the one we drove in the morning, is that one was all dark. This one feels nice and bright and hairy because of the fact that it has this beige color. So that is a big plus point, especially if you are someone who doesn't really want a completely black interior. Other than that, it's identical in terms of features: dual zone climate control, wireless charging, cruise control, automatic headlamps, automatic rain sensing wipers, and really the works. So in that department, it is quite a well-loaded car as well. And as I said, if you are a fan of diesel cars, then the iMT gearbox with this Seltos 1.5 diesel makes great sense, because it really is the best of both worlds. It's got good fuel efficiency, it's got a completely effortless gearbox, the steering wheel is quite good in terms of the input that it gives, ride quality is quite good on the highway, and this is one of the few cars that you can actually call a refined diesel car, and this is one of the few cars which you can call driver focused diesel car, because these days not a lot of manufacturers are investing in diesel technology, but Kia is still investing in diesel, and that's something which you should really give them thumbs up for. So if you are a diesel fan, then definitely go ahead and buy this car, because diesel cars might not be long for a very long time. So if you are a diesel fan, then just go ahead and buy this car, because diesel cars might not be around for a very long time. Maybe in the next 10 or 12 years they will completely be out of fashion. So if you are a diesel fan, if you like that little boost you get of power in the middle of the torque band, then just go ahead and buy this car. It's a very impressive product, and I will give it a strong sort of 90 out of 100. It really comes loaded with tech and features. It comes with a very gutsy diesel engine, and it's got good punch, good power, and definitely it's worth checking out at a Kia dealership. Now, before you say I'm sounding too much like a Kia salesman, I'll end this video review right here.